Welcome to a muzzled chat. Guys, I'm so grateful to be here today. I hope you are too. I hope somehow, some way, you're organizing your toolbox and upping your resilience and gaining better perspectives, better outlooks to just be more excited, live out your life, fulfill your purpose here. And you're seeking the why. Like, why are we even here? What's the purpose of it all? We're only visiting. So as we up our health, and that's what this episode is going to be all about. And I'm excited to share some things with you just to sound the alarm on. Because it's so important. I need you. I need the best version of you. So we can be the solutions to all of our issues. And I do feel that as much as I've been calling for us to spread far and wide so we could create the momentum on kind of the political side of things, I do believe some of our greatest calls to action are fighting against these big corporations that are funding, that are infiltrating, because BlackRock and so many of these corporations are kind of, in a way, the backbone to the infrastructure of this two-tiered system. I believe the largest leg of this financial backbone is this criminal Federal Reserve and the West Central banks that fought many years ago for many years to build out the IRS. And they had to corrupt a lot of individuals and pay out over many years to even make that happen. But we're getting kind of beside the point here. So not only can we protect ourselves and up our resilience watching what we eat, so it's kind of a win-win. We got to stay away from like Kellogg's and freaking Tyson Foods and freaking just all the BlackRock owned. And you can look it up yourself. So it's important we do our own research. So I'll do my best to have the combination for us to take things more serious and hopefully instigate that fire to do our own research. Because I can't do everything for everyone, if you know what I mean. But it's so freaking important, folks. It's your health. Okay. Now, with that being said, my heart goes out to our warriors, our soldiers, our military. I knew it was bad. I had no idea how bad it got for these young men during the pandemic. They got pressured in ways. It's hard. Like, we truly cannot even imagine on their level, in their shoes, what they went through. Many stories to come, but just a taste. Some of these soldiers that didn't want to take that jab, that ended up with that jab, they died and it got ruled as a suicide. And for some of these soldiers, they didn't want to take that jab. They got it. It's hard to even say. But due to what it was doing to their minds and their bodies, the damage it was doing, they couldn't handle it and suicided as well. Like, actually suicided. It's just, it weighs so heavily on my heart to hear stories like that. And I'm telling you, that's not even the worst of them. Luckily, we still have some here with us to share some of these horrific stories. What, to just put tears in our eyes? No. To actually acknowledge and be responsible to what evil is around us, what in fact took place. Because it's only through that proper acknowledgement will we show up in a manner and respond accordingly to these current times and these past events. It doesn't stop there. My lovely brothers and sisters, it doesn't. Evil is not going to stop there. And they're clearly not here. So on personal levels, I know that was heavy, but there's great conversations to look forward to here in the future on this platform. And please show up to support these amazing warriors. And so many of them have found God and built this amazing testimony, even amongst some great trials and hardships we can't even imagine. Let's support them. Let's do them justice. If you haven't watched the previous one with John and Scott, please check it out. We must send that out far and wide. Look at the links, sign the petition, order up the book. It's so important we do just that and support them. Okay, with that being said, I can make the whole episode about our warriors, about our heroes even. They fulfilled their oath. Now I'm proud of those soldiers that stood their ground. Okay. So right here, this talks about it all. I mean, it's a weapon that is being used, food, and this poison that they're feeding us is being used against our kids. And most parents don't even realize it. Some aren't willing to acknowledge as to the extent of the poisons and how actual harmful it is, as though ignorance is bliss. This is regarding a parent's child's health. So whether you're a parent, or not, this is in regards to food, or if you know, we're responsible for these children. And if you know anyone with little kids, shoot this their way. But on a personal level, absorb everything in this so we can be prepared, be educated to know what to look for, and not put these poisons into our system. And we got a crazy clip at the end where kind of question mark, is this potentially the outcome an individual, and as to how they're acting so irrational? Is this potentially, it's mind-blowing. Just so stay tuned.
Ultra-processed food is weaponized. Ultra-processed food is a science experiment. Ultra-processed food is not the free market at work. It is a rigged system where tens of thousands of scientists, as the cigarette industry declined in the 1980s, went to food companies. And you literally have food companies today as one of the biggest employers of scientists in the world. They are doing science experiments to make this food addictive in the world.
Food companies today are the biggest employers of scientists in the world. They are doing science experiments. What the frick are they doing? Let's continue.
They are doing science experiments to make this food addictive. And to make it not filling. And that's what we're giving to our kids. That's the problem with ultra-processed food. You have a lot of the evidence-based bros saying, well, no, it's the calories. Calories have gone up in the past 30 years. Well, why have calories gone up? Because it's gone up with ultra-processed food consumption, which is weaponized to make us eat more. The problem, we know how to regulate our calories. It's like, no, it's not. The problem's not ultra-processed food. The problem's that it's they're one and the same. We're being poisoned and we're being addicted, and we have a mass drug addiction crisis here. And we literally have the characteristics of addiction, denial from parents who are addicted to these foods and giving them to...
Ooh, he hit on something very profound. We literally are walking around, all of us to a degree. All of us, if we're being honest with ourselves, and that reflection in the mirror. Personal accountability. Michael here touched on that heavily. We must hold ourselves accountable. I still slip up and do an energy drink here and there, and I continually try to find ones. It's like you're just trading off one or two ingredients among the most healthiest ones out there, which there's really none. I just need to stick to the water and the minerals and the salts, like trisalts. So even I, to an extent, am walking in some denial. I don't want that poison in me. I want a sharp mind. I want to be healthy. I need that sharp mind to show up, to do you justice. I must hold myself more accountable. I voice these things hoping that you will essentially consider these things for yourself as well.
From parents who are addicted to these foods and giving them to their kids is because they're normalized. The root of the problem is ultra-processed food.
The root of the problem is a processed food. Amen. Now it's crazy what's happening here. I mean, this is parasites in the meat, folks. We all have parasites. It's important we do parasitical cleanses. Check this out. And guys, I must admit, I know this is less than ideal. I mean, come on, look. You are viewing me viewing a screen. I assure you, I'm doing all I can to liquidate some things, to get a better laptop that will run the external camera so I can actually share the screen with you. So you can knock out two things at once. But it's still important that you do your research. And I am including these links in every video in the description below, so you can view this for yourself. And it's important that you do so, because this is insane. Parasites are a huge problem. We must, I love ivermectin. I swear by ivermectin. And we must do parasitical cleanses pretty much annually. And then detoxify from all this other crap. Check this out. He's just cutting into a piece of a meat here. Oh, pulling out a nice long, I don't even know what type of parasite that is, but it looks like a really long worm. Wow, he puts it on the countertop and it's moving slowly. Cuts into another piece of this meat, pulls out another one. Really long. That thing's probably over 12 inches. This is what we're buying. This is what we're eating. It's crazy. They say if you eat sushi or if you eat fast food, all my naturopathics will say that guaranteed you have parasites. Guaranteed. Right here. Do not eat Cheetos is the label. So they opened the bag, they pulling the chips out of the bag, and they got a really good microscope showing the outer skin. Ooh, what's that? A little dark bump. Breaking it open. Oh my gosh, there's things moving inside the Cheeto. And there's little fibers. Now we took a bit of the inside, put on and slide. Oh my gosh. Tons of little bugs. Those could be a type of parasite right there. Unbelievable. Yeah. these are products that weren't even on the shelves that long ago. And it's so processed. You look at the ingredient and the ingredient list in and of itself, it's not food. It's filler, and it's filled with freaking toxins. There's no real nutritional value to these items. You got to see the creepy crawlies maybe to break that addiction, as that gentleman was saying. All this money in scientists to make these things addictive. I'm addicted in a way to these dang freaking energy drinks. And I have yet to find one that checks all the boxes to, okay, this is acceptable. One a day isn't going to kill you type of thing. But why even at this point have that additional expense when things are so tight and tough? I mean, frick, that could go towards the new laptop I so desperately need for you guys. We're going to get there. We're going to continually vamp things up. Very well committed to this thing. I mean, we got to. We got to speed things up. If we can push this narrative enough to where we shut down these corporations, because we, the people, are essentially in charge with our money. We could shut down these corps by not supporting their freaking products. We must do that. It should no longer be in a question in our brains, because a lot of the ingredients are illegal in 30 other countries. Why are we poisoning ourselves and funding our enemies? Okay, this gentleman dives into it. Let's give this a listen.
Bayer Monsanto was just ordered to pay $2.25 billion after a lawsuit claimed their product causes you know what. You know, their weed killer. This after they were ordered to pay $1.56 billion in November and $11 billion in the year 2020 alone.
Unbelievable.
But hey, what's $11 billion when you make
$49 billion? Yeah, these pharmaceuticals like Bayer, Pfizer actually over Bayer has the largest criminal settlement in our history. Criminal settlement in history. Yet they're still rocking and rolling. Yet, like this example right here, a settlement of $10 billion when they made $49 billion. That's a great business model, isn't it? But it's to our freaking detriment. Let's continue.
$50 billion a year. And this is the stuff that's sprayed on our food, which is why I wrote the GMO Square Down. And it's why I encourage parents to get their kids involved with gardening, to let them see how a seed grows into food, to, yes, teach them about the bad stuff while you teach them how to make organic alternatives, and get them in the kitchen from as early an age as possible, as the best thing you can do is create a culture of healthy living.
Yes.
And it's something that any parent can do. But if you want help, that's what I love to do. Check out my private homeschool community and my books on healthy living, the corruption of the food system, the Bill of Rights, real American history,
really
and
cool.
So much more. ClassicalLearner.com.
ClassicLearner.com. So I clicked on that. I went to his Facebook. I shot him a message. I really hope he takes it serious. I'd love to have him on and talk more in depth about his books and everything he's providing. But it seems to be a pretty good one-stop shop for parents to learn a bit and get some material to integrate this type of living with their children. Because obviously it's going to be a really hard thing to do with your child. You're going to be the enemy trying to cut out those Cheetos, right? Because the science has been so effective on getting them addicted. So I just really hope that helps. Okay. America, what are they doing to your food? So we played a banana clip, which was freaking insane. This thing like wouldn't break. It was like a rubber banana. It's crazy. It's the first time I've seen something similar with a watermelon.
Texture
I've seen enough videos of people posting rubbery watermelon. I can't believe I got one. I got a rubbery watermelon. The texture is so weird. Like,
that's not natural.
You gotta.
That's a 90-degree.
Bend it so far before it
bent it onto
break.
itself. Oh my gosh.
Texture. I've seen enough videos of people.
This isn't natural, and that is not healthy. Guaranteed. We got to be so careful. This gal brings up a good point. She talks about her travels.
Okay, so this just happened to me recently. I went to Spain, France, and Italy. And, you know, when I have too much gluten or I have too much dairy or anything, it hurts. It hurts my stomach. It sharp pains. It hurts. I had many entire bowls of pasta covered in cheese and creamy, milky dairy sauces, and I felt amazing. I could have done American Ninja Warrior after that entire bowl of pasta. What is in American food that is messing me up? Is it the wheat? Is it the GMO wheat? Is it the hormones and stuff we put in the milk? I'm like shocked, and I need to know that there's more people like me. So tell me if this has ever happened to you.
I would love to have her on as well, but I've seen so many people speak out on that so many times. Heck, even Joe Rogan's been speaking out on that for like years. Like, what's up with that? You know, talking about his Italian heritage and such, how he loves the pasta, but how it's different here versus there. You don't feel bloated and like the big energy zap, plus all these other things. There's something to that. It's not something to it. We know why. And it's up to us to fix it, folks. Okay, this gentleman uses some 4-letter words, but he talks about cleaning house and yada, yada, yada. We're not going to play the whole thing. But he finds a thing of donuts from like the year prior, like Halloween.
And said, look, I brought something. And look, it didn't grow mold. It didn't grow nothing.
So the bugs didn't want it. No mold, just a little thing of donuts from Walmart. It's not food, people. It's not. It's kind of like that whole McDonald's sandwich. 10 years later, looks pretty much the same. Yet people still go get McDonald's. We are a bit delusional and deceived and dumbed down and addicted. We gotta take this freaking serious. I swear. What do we got next? Okay. This is about Whole Foods. Let's give this one a listen.
I just took another trip to Whole Foods and check out what I discovered this time. Walked into a different Whole Foods this time and went over to their pre-baked breads. And as you can see, they contain bioengineered ingredients. Then walked over to the pastries here the scones have it. Then I noticed that a lot of their muffins that they pre-bake have it as well. And then I wanted to see what other pastries had it. And here you go, the apple turnovers. Then this was surprising. Their pita chips have it. And there.
Jeez.
I just took.
It's getting harder and harder, folks. And we'll get into why. As to why. We must support our local farmers. But even they are getting shut down and more regulations. This is crazy. We've played clips as to how if you control the people's food supply and the food, you also control the people. So is it any surprise? It's like if you control the information, you control the people, and they've tried really hard on that and they've kind of lost that. So they're shifting into these other arenas. Okay, this goes over 10 foods that should be banned in the United States. Our FDA is useless. Yeah. Well, I'd even go as far as to say our FDA is criminal.
10 foods that should be banned. 10. Pillsbury Crescent Rolls. These rolls contain yellow dye number 5 and red number 40, additives banned in several European countries due to potential harm to children with attention issues. 9.
Oh, man.
Betty Crocker Fudge Brownie. Mix. The mix uses partially hydrogenated oil, a source of trans fats, which are banned in several countries due to their negative impact on heart health. 8. Genetically engineered fruits. Genetically modified fruits are banned in the European Union due to concerns over health and environmental impact, though they are common in the U.S.
Right.
7. Fresca soda. Contains brominated vegetable oil, BVO, used to prevent separation of ingredients, banned in Europe for its link to health issues like skin and mucous membrane irritation.
Golly.
6. Bread containing potassium bromate. This additive is banned in several countries as it is a possible carcinogen, but it is still used in some bread in the U.S. 5. Farmer John pork breakfast sausage links. These sausages contain butylated hydroxytoluene, BHT, a preservative that is banned in several countries. 4. Drumsticks, ice cream cones. These cones contain carrageenan for texture, which is restricted in the EU due to potential gastrointestinal issues.
Wow.
3. Breakfast bread from Arby's. Arby's uses azotocarbonamide in their breakfast bread items, a dough conditioner banned in Europe. 2. Meat with ractopamine. This growth promoter used in animal feeds is banned in over 160 countries due to health concerns, but not in the U.S.
Wow.
1. Chlorinated chicken, commonly used in the U.S. To wash poultry, chlorination is banned in the EU due to concerns about its effects on human health.
Wow. So we're really not able to go over so it mentions Arby's, and then we mentioned like Tyson Foods. Like we can't go over every product, everything, but we're trying to go over enough that you can see what carries over to these other products and produce and just things to be educated on to make informed decisions. Because all fast food, it's crazy. Let's just continue. All right, this guy, the government will continue to poison the food. Take some steps to eat better, as hard as it may be. Give this a listen.
Chick-fil-A mac and cheese contains ingredients that are banned in Europe, and they're actually illegal in the United States. Fast food companies have figured out a way to get around these. This mac and cheese contains 67 ingredients.
Wow.
And of those 67 ingredients, it includes hydrogenated soybean oil, essentially a highly inflammatory, oxidized trans fat. That's banned in the United States. Fast food manufacturers like Chick-fil-A have figured out they can get around this by putting it into this as a margarine blend. I strongly believe that the quality of the foods that you eat is the single greatest determinant of your health, and that if you choose better quality, unprocessed foods that don't have banned, horrible ingredients like hydrogenated trans fat soybean oil, you will be healthier. That humans can heal themselves through diet, but you have to make better dietary choices. So many of the diseases that we suffer from as humans, I believe, are completely fixable and reversible. Doctors don't often tell us this, but if you make good quality choices in your food, I believe so many of these are healable with diet, but you have to know where the garbage is and not be fooled by things like this.
100%. And it's not just the mac and cheese. There was over 50 chemicals in their chicken sandwich alone. I used to love Chick-fil-A. I thought they were a step above others where they had some type of morals and ethics because they were closed on Sundays type of thing. And with how pleasant their staff is and well trained. But no, it's clear the science has gone behind these products. It's not even food. These products people are eating. All right. In this clip, he bleeps out vaccine. So every time there's a beep, he's saying vaccine. Give this a listen.
This is such a big news. Eat your mRNA.
Eat your vaccine, he said. mRNA.
A gene therapy is coming to the food supply this month. If it's not already, I'm sure they're always ahead of time doing it, and then they publicly say, oh yeah, we're just doing it now. According to the tweet posted by attorney Tom Rentz, here it is, April 1st, lobbyists for the cattlemen and pork associations in several states have confirmed they will be using mRNA in pigs and cows this month. Bill Gates, the World Health
Vaccines in pigs and cows this month.
Organization and universities have been talking about modifying genes of food to make them mRNA. You were bold enough to stand up and not take the in your arm. Now you can be hoodwinked into taking it in your mouth by what you eat.
Yeah, it's unacceptable, folks. Can you see how they're controlling the supply chains and what they're doing? Why is Bill Gates buying up all that farmland? I mean, can hear some.
And eventually almost all of the coal mining activity. What happens with beef, my climate group, Breakthrough Energy, just announced literally today an investment in an Australian group called Ruminate that helps cows not be...
blah, blah, blah. Basically, this POS, this evil, this demon that wants to depop the earth, he said it, now owns one of the largest farms. Fraudulent climate change narrative. Bill Gates is attempting to eliminate our food supply, and he is injecting livestock with the RNA poison. There in the end, he says, well, we don't know which is going to be more effective, like eliminating the cows from farting or building out meats, like creating meats. It's all not good. Why are we letting maniacs run our country, run our food, run everything to our detriment? What are we doing? And we are getting dumbed down in the process, and we are getting more sickly in the process. It's becoming more and more dire that we take more responsibility each and every day. Here's an American farmer breaking down what's taking place in Idaho. Let's give this a listen.
Idaho was supposed to be like this big potato, conservative, live that rural life kind of a place. But if you've been following the stuff that's been going on in Idaho lately, the tides are changing in Idaho. In the last couple of videos, we've been talking about how they've been culling the chickens because of the bird flu. And I want you guys to understand, too, that they're using the PCR test for that. And I want you to go do your homework on how reliable that test actually is.
Good point. The PCR test has negative efficacy. Like, it's 97% defective. They're just destroying nutritional sources, pretty much forcing us toward the poisonous labeled foods. This is insane. And we're sitting back and doing nothing. Now, not us. Not if you send this far and wide. That is doing something. And this goes big enough, we create enough waves, enough momentum, and enough pressure, and enough calls to action and stop funding our enemies and shut down these corporations and support ones that have morals and values, like businesses, family owned, operated. That shifts everything. But we all got to do that now. And it doesn't matter that your neighbor's not doing it yet. We got to do it now.
Okay, you guys got to start peeling open this onion. On May 16th, just a short while ago, news surfaced of an outbreak at Hendricks Poultry in Iona County. And the company announced 400 layoffs and that 6.5 million poultry likely will be killed to stop the spread in Iona County alone. Nearly 91 million poultry in the U.S. are affected.
Oh my gosh.
With outbreaks in 48 states as of Friday, according to the Center of Disease Control. Additionally, 9 states, including Michigan, have reported outbreaks of the avian flu in cattle, and with 49 herds across the U.S. are impacted. Okay? I have more here. Don't go anywhere now.
We've also covered it, this avian flu. It's treatable. Doctors say not anyone should die from any of it. But once again, PCR test, folks. There's nothing to fear. They are messing with our healthy food supply.
I'm telling you guys, they are coming for this food system, and they're coming for the homesteaders. Please understand me when I'm telling you. The whole deal, they have to control all of the food or it's not going to work. This is going to be a kind of a slow, fast process, right? It's not going to happen like overnight or anything, but they are moving towards that right now at record speed. Yeah. And they're going to use this stuff to get you there through the fear and everything.
Right. Very well said. Okay. Yeah, here's a real life situation. Is this caused learned behavior from poison they put in our food, water, vaccines, in addition to MK Ultra tactics? I'd really like someone to do some hardcore research on these people. Something very vile and evil has been perpetuated against all of us. Some way more than others. I'm going to have to turn this down. I don't know. I don't want to blow your eardrums.
It's the neighborhood, and you are...
Oh, man. This is insane. She says this is the gayborhood, gay neighborhood. She just combined it together and you can see a rainbow in the street. I'm not even sure where this is taking place. She sounds American.
It's the neighborhood, and you are not welcome.
That's why I need to be here.
Yeah, that's her screaming. I turned it down as fast as I could.
You need Jesus, ma'am.
I'm turning it way down. She's just standing there on the street in public.
He can save you. He can give you a new heart. God can give you a new heart so that you love what God loves. No, that's irrational.
That is irrational. Wow. I'll leave that up to you. But it is clear. Harari, Klaus Schwab's puppet of the World Economic Forum, has said they have the technology to control the masses, that we are hackable creatures, humans. Have we been hacked? Is this individual hacked? And the question becomes like, what caused it? Like, it's insane. It makes sense to me now. Like, doctors reported during the pandemic, gay couples ending up straight and ending their marriage due to antiparasiticals such as ivermectin. So our foods are poisoning us in ways we do not even understand. Parasites, the metals, the frequencies, the water, the air, all of it. We gotta get it all reined in, understand. We truly won't know till we start eradicating these things. Once again, I truly feel 5G has nothing to do with our cell phones. If you haven't seen that other episode dating a few days back, we have a phone technician show all these brand new phones, all brands. He's like, the actual chip for 5G is not even in them. And that he believes that the whole installation of 5G around us has a whole different purpose. But they're lying to us about it. So why would they lie? Why would they keep us out of the know? It's obviously nothing good. Frequency warfare is legit a thing. Frequency healing is legit a thing. There's reactions now to, they've done experiments on the vials and frequencies, and there's reactions. And then also vaccinated blood and frequencies with 4G and things like that. There's reactions. Just explain all that. So we must keep an open mind. But above all, we got to keep ourselves protected, educated, and continually upping our resilience and trying to achieve levels of, let's just say, self-mastery with like leveling up, overcoming addictions and challenges. And gosh dang, there's more than just personal benefits to it. The discipline and the feelings and the wins you get off of that are unexplainable. You just got to experience them for yourself. I sure hope and pray we all do just that. Now, if you want to take detoxifying serious, I greatly recommend Bond Charge Infrared Sauna Blanket. Check it out in the link down below. You get 15% off all their products, which ends up being over $100 on their infrared sauna blanket. Order one today. And if you double down with the Masterpiece Detoxifier Tincture, I'm telling you, that is a miracle tincture. Doesn't just eradicate aluminum and other heavy metals, but even a lot of the forever chemicals that are being put in our foods that our bodies naturally, they call it forever chemicals because our bodies cannot get rid of it. They're forever, and they cause so many issues. Like we were saying with the box stores and how we could shift this tide. Let's shift the tide with our affiliation with Patriot Mobile. Let's stop funding evil. Call Patriot Mobile, use promo code UNMUZZLED. Get a layer of protection and security. They're doing so many things on behalf of our veterans, our freedoms. Information's not going to hurt you. Reach out to them today. Big things are coming, I believe, is information, and we are becoming more successful and getting the word out there. EMPs are a grave threat. Check out our affiliation with EMP Shield. You get $50 off every single product you order through them. At minimum, get one on your vehicle. They're getting a lot of orders, so order as soon as possible. Click the link below. And lastly, go to Stand Up Now and Body Stand Up Now. Get some apparel, God made, and also Black Eagle apparel and all their freedom merch. Support a muzzled chat. We have an unmuzzled chat shirt available. I'm telling you, if you get one of those and you take a picture out in a public place with it, you shoot it our way, we're going to send you a gift of some sort that will be exciting, and we'd be excited to send it to you. Okay, with that being said, let's dive in. I'm going to get this kind of freak show off my screen here. Now, I don't mean to be rude. It's obviously an individual that suffered great attacks, effective attacks from evil. And I need to do better at extending grace, as Jesus teaches. Okay, we got June 13th. It reads, I am creating something new in you, a bubbling spring of joy that spills over into others' lives. Do not mistake this joy for your own or try to take credit for it in any way. Instead, watch and delight as my spirit flows through you to bless others. Let yourself become a reservoir of the Spirit's fruit. Your part is to live close to me, open to all that I am doing in you. Don't try to control the stream of my spirit through you. Just keep focusing on me as we walk through this day together. Enjoy my presence, which permeates you with love, joy, and peace. I'm so grateful for his spirit. It's such a gift, such a blessing. I am not worthy, but he continually is there. And I'm so grateful for it. Okay, I need to find out why we have John here and then there's a John in the back of the Bible. Someone explain that to me, because I read that one and it didn't necessarily apply to this, but it was good. And then this one kind of applies to it. So anyway, I think I'm going to read them both though tonight. But this one, John 3:8, reads, the wind blows wherever it wants, just as you can hear the wind, but can't tell where it comes from or where it is going. So you can't explain how people are born of the Spirit. Ooh, that's a deep one. But I like it, and it makes sense. I'll let you ponder on that. Galatians 5:22 reads, but the Holy Spirit produces this kind of fruit in our lives: love, joy, peace, patience, kindness, goodness, faithfulness, gentleness, and self-control. There is no law against these things. Who doesn't want the fruit of the Spirit and those gifts? Okay, this John, this is 1 John. But 3:8 here reads, but when people keep on sinning, it shows that they belong to the devil. who has been sinning since the beginning. But the Son of God came to destroy the works of the devil. Wow. That ramps up importance and also confirmation and peace. All will be well. We are all visitors here. It's not so much what happens to us, whether we right the ship or not. It's what we do with the time we're given. And it's in the here and the now. It's in our moments. Each and every day. That's why biblically, he keeps reining us in to live in the moment and focus in on him. Once again, I'm grateful for this moment because it puts me kind of just in that state in relation. And I'm so grateful for it. I'm so grateful for all you loyal listeners that see what I'm trying to accomplish here. All glory to God. Through you, we are having a positive impact. And through you, we can have a bigger impact. And I'm so grateful for so many of you answering that call. With that being said, thank you so much for tuning in. Have a great evening. God bless. Till next time.